Let's see, pull up my
I'm
question.
gonna turn the newscaster off. Put Ayana on.
Oh yeah, because Ayana's like, hi.
Right, and yeah.
That's what I love about her personality. It wasn't like, I need to fix your hair because it's messed up. It's
like,
how do you want your curls to be?
Because it can't be like this.
Because it shouldn't be like this.
It was like a Farrah Fawcett type
Okay.
instead of like a
tendril.
swirl.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I got the swirl.
Okay.
It actually got two, one on the
Oh,
shoulders,
good.
one coming down.
How good. So then, this is wonderful. My name is Jahan Crump Gibson. I'm an attorney in private practice, co-founder and managing partner of Great Lakes Legal Group. I practice primarily in business law and commercial, probate and estate planning, and government affairs.
My name is Ayana Alcindor, co-founder and partner at Great Lakes Legal Group. I practice family, criminal, probate, and mediation.
This is like our favorite story to tell. Ayana actually was my very first law clerk.
Okay.
So I was a solo practitioner, and it gotten to that point where I needed some help. I didn't want to admit it, but I needed some help. And an attorney that she used to work for was kind of slowing down in her practice, and she had put a message out asking if anyone that does probate work needs help. And I'm like, I'm not even going to pass this message along. I'm going to take advantage of it. So as soon as we sat down, because I like to do, informal interviews, kind of get a taste and feel for your personality. And as soon as we met, I'm like, oh, this is it. So we worked together. She graduated and passed the bar, and I was like, I can't afford you full time. I can't afford to pay you. Right. And so we stayed in touch. She went and did her own thing. We would help each other out sometimes. And it got to the point where we were scratching our heads last year, like, wait a minute. I refer a lot of stuff out that you do, and vice versa. It just makes sense to have this in-house.
Absolutely, and it was such an honor to have worked for Jahan, and then for her to ask me to work with her. It was like, wow, I guess I did a good job, because I was straight out of law school. I didn't know much, but she, put a lot of encouragement and support and confidence in me to become a great lawyer.
What law school?
Cooley
Law School.
And I went to Wayne.
Wayne, okay, yeah. All right, hometown product.
So I was actually born in Northern Virginia, and my family relocated here when I was young. My dad's family is originally from here, and he wanted to come back home. So grew up on the west side. Sorry, the west side is the best side. Just had to throw that out there. I graduated from Mercy High School. I went to Michigan State for undergrad, and as I said, Wayne for law school. But growing up, I always liked solving problems, and I always liked helping people. That was my thing. I knew I wanted to go to law school. I didn't know exactly what law I wanted to practice because I just saw what was on TV and what looked cool. But I think that getting involved in a lot of organizations, community-based leadership positions, even throughout college with my sorority and some other community groups, I think it kind of prepared me for where I am today, because we are so about community. We're not just about the practice of law. We care about our clients, and they're not just a file number with us. And the great thing about Ayana is that she shares the same moral compass, the same work ethic, and I couldn't ask for a better partner, because you can go into business with a lot of people. There are a lot of smart lawyers out there. I don't know too many not smart people that are practicing law, but it's not always about who's smart. And Ayana is, again, she works hard. and she really cares about the clients, and she's highly ethical. So that kind of was a perfect match, and that's how we got here.
Absolutely. I would say the main ingredient for my upbringing was following in the footsteps of great women. I am originally from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I moved to Detroit in 2008 with my big sister. She was working for Henry Ford Health System, and I was voluntold, as they say, that I move here with her. From there, I went to law school at Cooley. Met Jahan, and the rest is kind of history. I have just been really encouraged by so many great women in my hometown and here in the greater Detroit area.
I actually am the first lawyer in my family, so it wasn't that I saw. Now, I knew some lawyers, but there wasn't that very close relationship. So it wasn't like, oh, my uncle or my dad or my mom or whoever is a lawyer and I'm watching them and I want to be a lawyer. So it wasn't that for me. Again, the problem-solving piece, because at the end of the day, that's what lawyers do. I don't care what practice of law you're in, whether you're doing maritime law, criminal, estate planning, contract negotiation, there's an issue and you're responsible for resolving it in some way, shape, or form. So I always liked doing that. So I knew law school would be a good fit. It wasn't until I went, until I knew what areas I wanted to practice. So it's a funny story. When I went, I wanted to do mergers and acquisitions, and that was because I heard that term on How Stella Got Her Groove Back.
All right.
Judgment-free zone, thank you.
Right.
But then I got there, and after my first internship, I was like, is this M&A work? Oh, this is not for me. I don't want to do any of this.
Right.
And so it was through my internships that I was blessed enough to have that I saw certain areas of the law developed. I never thought I'd be interested in probate and estate planning, like ever. I don't even really know that I knew what it was. I avoided taking the class, all of the above.
Right.
I didn't know. And the same with contract and business work and even employment matters, because you get to touch and feel real people. So you have the documents, you have the written words on the page, but those come alive when you see certain disputes or things that need to be settled. So that's how I got interested in my areas of practice, and I don't think there's not another area of law that's better suited for me than the ones that I practice.
Absolutely. I'm also the first lawyer in my family, but not the first lawyer to affect my family. When I was 4 years old, my parents went through a child support, child custody battle. And when I met that lawyer at 4 years old, I knew I wanted to be a lawyer. He just did everything for my family, and he even became a part of the family. He still comes to family gatherings. And to have that type of effect on a family is what I wanted to do. He just had all the answers. Like, if anything was going on, you call Mr. Stanley. He has the answers for you.
Law is the least diverse profession in the nation. According to the American Lawyers Diversity Scorecard, 3% of lawyers at large law firms are African American, and only 1.9% of the partners are African American. As stated by Deborah Rode of the Washington Post, its membership needs to be as inclusive as the population it serves. Women account for only 17% of equity partners, and only 7 of the nation's 100 largest firms have a woman as chairman or managing partner. Jahan Crump Gibson and Ayanna Alcindor are not only taking the road less traveled, they're blazing the trail.